Hello everyone, welcome to IIT Gate classes. This is lecture 10 on compiler design, and in this lecture we are going to resume our previous lecture only. Okay, in the previous class we were discussing LR0 and SLR1 parser, and in today's class we will extend the previous lecture only. Okay, yeah. So in the previous class we have done construction of LR0 parser for this grammar, if you remember. If you do not remember, please watch my previous lecture. That is lecture number 9. Okay. So we have constructed this DFA. Okay. And then we have constructed the parsing table also. Okay. We have done everything. And I have given you homework for SLR1 parser. That means uh, we have constructed table for LR0 parser and we have to construct table for SLR1 parser. So the only difference in LR0 and SLR1 is that reduced moves are in follow of LHS only. That is the basic difference. So let me do it here for you. Okay. So if you have done, then it's good. But if you have not done, or if you have any doubt, or you want to match with my answer, then I am solving it for you. Okay. So please concentrate here. So first of all, see here. The only difference will be in the reduced mode. So entire table will remain as it is. Only difference will be in reduced mode. That means this, and this. Okay. So row number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. Row number 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11. Only difference will be in these rows. So let me do it for you. So row number 4, in row number 4, we have written R1. So see here, which is R1. That means production number 1. So where it will go? Fall of LHS. So fall of LHS means fall of S. So see here, we do not have S in RHS. So fall of S will be dollar only. So what I will say? I will say that R1 will be kept only in dollar. So rest we will remove. Okay. Yes. So next is R4. Okay. See the R4. Where is R4? Yeah, production number 4 is this. So A goes to C. Yes, so now we have to put it in follow of LHS, that means follow of capital A. So try to find follow of capital A. So where we are finding, see here we have capital A. So follow of capital A is follow of capital A only. So nothing is added. Follow of capital A is follow of S. Follow of S was dollar. So capital A will also be dollar. So I will put here. Okay. So in case of dollar only, I will put R4. Okay. Next is R2. So where we will put R2? R2 to see the production. R2 is this one. So fall of S. Fall of S was dollar only. So again, I will put in dollar only. Okay. So I will remove all this. Are you getting it? So this is very simple scenario. Okay. The only difference between LR0 and SLR1 is in case of reduce move. Rest everything will be same. Okay. Shift move will be same. Go to move will be same. Everything will be same. The only difference lies in reduce move. Okay. So I'm just doing that. Okay. Next is R6. So see R6. So production number 6 is this. So fall of B we need to find. Fall of capital B will be what? See here. We have capital B here. So fall of B is fall of B. So nothing is added. Fall of B is fall of S. So dollar will be added. Okay. So in case of dollar only, I will put it. Okay. Yes. So in case of dollar, R6 will be there. Yes. What about my R5? What is R5? So again, fall of B is dollar only. Yes. So please put in case here also, or only in case of dollar, we will put a reduce mode. Okay. What about my R3? R3 is, see here. So fall of capital A, we have already studied it is dollar only. So I will put here. That's it. Okay. So if you see carefully, this is your SLR1 parsing table. SLR1 table. And the previous was your LR0 table. So the only difference lies in the reduce move only. Rest everything is copy pasted. Okay. Now, so please note it down carefully, and I'm jumping to next slide now. Okay. Yes. So now the question arises, why the name LR0? Okay. Why we are calling it as LR0 parser? See. So the first L means string is scanned from left to right. Okay. First L means string is scanned from left to right. This R means RMD is applied in reverse. RMD is applied in reverse manner. And 0 means what? 0 means as soon as we find the handle, okay, let me tell you what is handle. Handle is the RHS, okay. So this is handle, this is handle, this. RHS of production is handle, okay. So, so as soon as we find the handle, okay, it will be reduced to LHS blindly. That means no other symbol will be read from the string, okay. So 0 means as soon as we find handle, we reduce it to LHS. That is the basic meaning. All you can say, or another way of saying can be 0 means without reading any symbol, without reading any symbol from input string, without reading any symbol from input string, we will reduce handle to LHS. Okay. So once handle is scanned, please try to follow it. Once handle is scanned, after scanning of handle, we will not read even a single symbol from input string, and we will directly reduce it to LHS. That is the basic meaning. Okay. So after handle is scanned, we will directly, okay, I'm dictating, please try to write it down. After handle is scanned, we will directly reduce it to LHS. We will directly reduce it to LHS without reading any input symbol from the string. Okay, without reading any input symbol from the string. Anyway, we should not waste time here. When I will show you the example, then you will get more clarity over it. Okay, please try to follow it. And I'm jumping to next slide now. Okay, I will give you the proof. Don't worry why all these are there. I will give you the proof. Okay. Yes, I'm jumping to next slide now. Okay. So if you remember in the previous class itself, we have constructed parser. Okay, LR0 parser for this grammar. Okay. So we have constructed this DFA, and then we have made the table. Okay, and then we have done this for the string. Now, so now see, now you will get each and everything. So initially we have 0 state in our stack, and A is read from the you can say string. So what we will do, 0 on A, S3. S3 means what? S3 means A is pushed onto the stack and 3 is also pushed onto the stack. Look ahead will move one symbol to the right. Then 3 on A. 3 on A means what? S3. So S3 means again A is pushed onto the stack and 3 is pushed onto the stack. Look ahead will move one symbol to the right. Shift move. In case of shift move, look ahead will move one symbol to the right. In case of reduce move, it will not move. It will not move to one position to the right. I hope you remember all these things. I have done this in the previous class itself. Okay. Now 3 on B. 3 on B. See here. 3 on B means what? 3 on small b means S4. S4 means what? B will be pushed onto the stack and state number 4 will be pushed onto the stack. Now look ahead, we'll move one symbol to the right. Now see carefully. On 4, we have written this R3. So what we are doing, see here carefully. This is a handle. Small b is a handle. Why this is a handle? See, this is RHS of production. See, okay, so let me write it here. Again, I'm writing the grammar so that you get more clarity. S implies A implies A or B. So what are the handles? Double A, small a, capital A, and B. RHS are handle. Okay. And when exactly they will be handled? When we read them from the input string. Okay. So B is read from the input string. So now B is our handle. Now see carefully. We are at this B and reducing this B. Okay. So handle, once handle is scanned, B is scanned. So now we are jumping to the next symbol. Now without reading this symbol, we are reducing this handle to LHS. That means capital A. So here, but we write, see here, see the slide. Okay, so we have not read this small b. But we have written in entire action part, we have written the reduce move R3. So what is R3? So see, this was our production number 1, this was our production number 2, and this was production number 3. So R3 is this now. Production number 3 is A goes to B. So now without reading this B, we are reducing this small b to capital A. Okay, that is what we are doing. So according to algorithm, what we have done, so b length of b is 1. So I will pop off 2 symbols and push LHS onto the stack. So push LHS means what? We have reduced this small b to capital A. Are you getting it? Okay, so we have reduced this small b to capital A. So on see, we are at here, or parser is at here, or look ahead symbol is at here, if this be, but it is reducing this small b to capital. That is the basic logic here. So after scanning handle, we are not reading this small b, and still we are reducing handle to LHS. That is the basic meaning of LR0. Okay, so what this 0 means? 0 means after handle is scanned, see this, after handle is scanned, we are not reading anything and we are blindly reducing handle to LHS. That is the basic meaning. Please pause the video, note it down yourself. This is very beautiful line. Okay, you have to remember this. So what does 0 means here? After handle is scanned, we are not reading any symbol and we are directly reducing handle to LHS. That is the basic meaning. Okay, I have repeated again and again. Please try to follow it and note it down yourself. Okay, yeah. So this is the basic meaning of 0 here. So why we are not reading this B? Because in entire action part we have written this reduce move. Na? That's why. Okay, in entire action part we have written this reduce moves. So that's why we are not we are saying that we have not read this B till now. Okay, yeah. So now 3 on capital A. What do you mean by 3 on capital A? So 3 on capital A, go to state number 6. So we will be at state number 6. Now 6. Now see again 6 on 6 state we have written this reduce move R2. R2 means this. So now see again we have not read this small b. See here we have written this reduce move in entire action partner. So blindly we are doing. So now again we have got the handle. What is the handle? Small a capital A. This is our handle. So we will reduce it to LHS. That means capital A. So now we will pop a 4 symbol from the stack. Okay, and push LHS. That means capital A. Now again 3 on capital A. See here 3 on capital A. So what we will do? So again uh, uh, go to state number 6. See here 3 on capital A. Go to state number 6. So we have got to the state number 6. Now on 6 again same. Okay, so see here 6 R2. R2 means this only. So we will again see here we have again got the handle small a capital A and it will go to capital A. Okay, are you getting it? It will go to capital A. So as soon as we have got the handle, we are reducing it to LHS, and we have not read this B till now. Okay, yeah. So now, so accordingly, so we have to pop 4 symbols, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pop 4 symbol and push LHS onto the stack. That means capital A. Now I will say 0 on capital A. See here carefully. 0 on capital A. Go to state number 2. So we will go to state number 2. Now I will say 2 on small b. So see here 2 on small b, S4. S4 means what? B is pushed into the stack, 4 is pushed into the stack, and look ahead now, move 1 symbol to the right. Now 4. See here 4. What 4 means what? See R3. R3 means what? This is our production rule, na R3. So I will directly and directly what we have done? We are at this dollar and we are reducing this B to capital A. We are reducing this B to capital A. So reducing means what? See, we will pop 2 symbols from the stack because length of B only 1 symbol na. So multiplied by 2. So I think I should not repeat that algorithm. You already know all these things. So we will pop off 2 symbols from the stack. Okay, and push LHS. That means capital A. Capital A is pushed onto the stack now. So again, I'm repeating. See, we have not read this dollar. As soon as we have got the handle, so B was our handle. As soon as we got the handle, we have reduced it to capital A. So after we have after handle is scanned, we are reading 0 symbol from the input string, and we are blindly reducing it to LHS. That is the basic meaning of 0. Okay. So after handle is scanned, we are reading 0 symbol from the input string and we are reducing it to LHS. That is the basic meaning. Okay, yes. So now 2 on C now. 2 on capital A. See the slide? 2 on capital A. Go to state number 5. Go to state number 5. Now what I will say 5. What is the 5? R1. R1 means what? This. Double A goes to S. So we have got the handle now. Double A is our handle. So it is reduced to S now. Okay. Yes. So reducing to S means what? We will pop off 4 symbol from the stack and push LHS. That means capital S is pushed onto the stack. Okay. Now 0 on capital S. 0 on capital S. See the slide. 0 on capital S is state number 1. We will go to state number 1. And 1 on dollar is accept. So hence the string is accepted. Okay. So now you have got clarity about 0 and string is scanned from left to right. See here, we are scanning the string from left to right only. That is also clear. Now, what about this part? RMD is applied in reverse. What does this mean? See here carefully what we have done. Okay, see here carefully what we have done. So first, what see here. First of all, we have reduced this B to capital A. Now, if I'm doing this process again. Okay, I am remembering it, and please try to follow me. Double A, double B, dollar. Now, see, we have scanned this. We were at this B, and we have reduced this B to capital A. Or let me say here. See, we are scanning the string. This is handle, no. This is handle, no, because this is not in RHS. This is handle, yes. This is our handle. See, B is in RHS. So it can be reduced to A. So where we will stand after scanning handle, we will be at here, and I will reduce this B to capital A. Now see, we have got another handle. Yes, small a capital A to A. So this is the handle, small a capital A to A. So like this we have done. Now again, small a capital A to A. Like this we have done. Okay, and then this B was reduced to A, and then we have got this capital S. So now see carefully. Okay, if I do, okay, and obviously that this look ahead was here, na? And then we have look ahead was here. Okay, and then we have read this B, and we said that again we have got the handle. We have read this B, and we said again we have got the handle, and this B was reduced to capital A, and then again we have got the handle double A. See here double A, and it was reduced to S. Okay, are you following it? So now see carefully what we have done. So if I see, we have done like this now. Now if we start from S, we will say like this, A and A. Okay, now this A was reduced to B, and then this A was reduced to A, and then this A was reduced to A, and then this A to B. That's how we got double A, double B. Okay, so are you following it? What we are doing? We are doing rightmost derivation, and this rightmost derivation is done in reverse order. Why in the reverse order? Because we are from string we are getting S. We are see, actually RMD means what? From S we will derive the string, and from S when we are deriving the string we will we will reduce the rightmost symbol first. That is the basic meaning, na? Okay, now that is actually RMD, but here from string we are trying to derive S. So that's why we are saying that we are doing the reverse procedure. Okay, and what we are doing RMD. So RMD is done in reverse order. If you are still having any doubt, then let me clarify it further. Okay, so let me say, so what exactly we have done here? See, let me do it in another way so that you get more clarity. Let me use a different color. Okay, so see, first of all, what we have done, we have reduced this B to A. Na? So let me do it here properly. So what I will say, double A, double B. First of all, we have reduced this B to A, and then we have reduced this small a, capital A. Okay, see, actually, yeah. So to capital A, and then what we have done, we have taken this small a, capital A, and we have reduced it to A, and then we have reduced this B to A. Okay, let me do it properly. Yeah, so we have reduced. Okay, so let me take it here only. Okay, we have got this AB, and then we have reduced this B to A. So we have got double A, and then this double A to S. Okay, this double A is uh, reduced to S. Okay, so what exactly we have done? If you see, now see from top to bottom. So this A is reduced to B, and then this A is reduced to small a capital A, then this A is reduced to small a capital A, and then we have got this double A double B. If you have still any doubt, then let me say it here. So S goes to double A. I'm properly doing RMD. So RMD means what? This A will be reduced to B first and then AB. If you do not remember what is RMD and what is LMD, you have to watch my TOC lecture. I am not going to repeat it again and again here. Okay. So A is RMD means what? Only just reduce the rightmost non-terminal first. If you have choice, see here we have a choice. We can reduce this A also, this A also. So RMD means what? Rightmost derivation. That means what? You have to expand rightmost first. Okay. So A goes to B. Now this A will go to what? Now this A will go to small a capital A, and here we have got this B. Now this A will move to what? Small a capital A, and then this B. Okay, and then this capital A will go to B. So double A, double B, like this. Are you getting it? I have just done the RMD. Okay, so S goes to double A. Now this A goes to B, and we have copy pasted this A only. Now this A is reduced to small a capital A. Now this A is reduced to this. Okay, and then this A is reduced to B. So now see it from reverse manner. You will get your answer. B to A, then AA to A, then AA to A, then B to A, and then double A to S. We have done directly this thing only. Okay, so please, I will not explain it again and again. Please try to follow it. If you have any doubt, rewind the video and watch it again. Okay. So I hope I have made the point clear to everybody now. Why this is RMD in reverse. Okay. Now please follow it. Pause the video, note it down. Okay. Yes. So let me put everything on one side. Now I think it's best. Now you can note it down everything properly. Yes. Now I'm jumping to next slide. So why the name SLR1, or why it is known as SLR? What is this meaning? What is the meaning of SLR1 here? So S is what? Simple. LR. LR is same. String is scanned from left to right. R means RMD is applied in reverse. This one means after handle is scanned, you have to scan one symbol. This one here means after handle is scanned, okay, after handle is scanned, we have to read one symbol. We have to read one symbol from string, and then reduce handle to LHS, and then reduce handle to LHS. Handle, I'm repeating again and again. Handle is RHS of production. Okay. So when RHS of production is read from the string, then it becomes the handle. Okay. So handle means what? When RHS of any production, when RHS of any production is read from the string, then it is handle. Okay, then it is handle. I hope I have made the point clear. So after handle is scanned, we are not reducing handle to LHS blindly. In case of LR0, we were reducing handle to LHS blindly, but here once handle is scanned, we have to scan one symbol of input string, and then we will reduce handle to LHS. That means here handle is not reduced to LHS blindly. So in SLR1, or we can say here, let me use a different color. Here, handle is not reduced. Handle is not reduced to LHS blindly. But in case of LR0, it was reduced blindly. Okay. Yes, please note it down carefully. And I will give you small proof that why we are saying it as L11 or what is the basic meaning of one here and so on. So let me jump to the next slide. So everything is same, yeah. So see, I have just copy pasted the slide of the previous lecture. So for the same grammar, we have done SLR1 parser. If you remember, we have done this DFA and we have uh, made this table. Okay, so reduce move were applied only in follow of LHS. They were not applied in uh, they were not applied blindly. Okay, the reduce moves were not applied in entire action part, they were applied in follow of LHS only. So see here, same thing I will repeat. Okay, so now I will do it on a faster manner. Okay, so same thing, 0 on A, so S3. That means what, A is pushed onto the stack, 3 is pushed onto the stack. By now you have remembered the table and so on. So I'm not repeating, I'm not going to shift to the table again and again. So we will go here. So 3 on A, again S3. That means A is pushed onto the stack, 3 is pushed onto the stack. Now B on 3 on B, so S4. So B is pushed into the stack, 4 is pushed into the stack. Now we will we add this B and see here 4. Okay, so 4 means what, R3. No doubt, reduce move is in action, is in entire action part, but in SLR1 still we will say we have read this B. So on state number 4, this B is read. Now what to do? What to do? So let me write it here. S goes to AA, S goes to A goes to AA or B. So this is production number 1, production number 2, production number 3. Okay, so yeah, so what we will say, 4 is what? 4 is R3, na? So I will say, okay, so B will be reduced to A. But which B? This B will be reduced to A. Okay, we are at this B and we were reducing this B to A. And we are not doing it blindly. We will say that we have read this B and then we have taken the decision. Okay, so this B will be reduced to A means what? Length of B is 2, sorry, 1. So we will pop 2 symbols and push LHS, that means capital A onto the stack. Okay, and now we will say 3 on capital A. 3 on capital A. 3 on capital A, go to state number 6. Go to state number 6. Okay, yeah, and let me do it, let me change the string a bit so that you get more clarity. So in place of dollar, okay, I am keeping small b and then dollar. Now see what happens. Now you will get more clarity about all things. Now 6, state number 6 is what? Okay, and by the way, we will draw here diagram also or pass tree also. So B is reduced to A. Now 6 is what? 6 is R2. Okay, 6 is what? R2. R2 means what? We will say, yeah, so AA, so length is 2 now. So we will pop 4 symbol and push LHS onto the stack, and we are not doing it blindly. We will say, see here, what we will say. Okay, so we have read this on state number 6. On state number 6, we have read this B, and then we have decided on state number 6, we have read this B, so R2. Yeah. So anyway, you will not be able to discriminate because here R3 and here in entire action part we have R2. Here you will be able to discriminate. That's why I have added this small b. Okay, please bear with me for 2-3 minutes. You will get entire thing. Okay. So now what we will say. So okay. So see here, we have to pop 4 symbols and we have pushed this small a, sorry, capital A onto the stack. So we have done this part. Now what we will say, 3 on A, 3 on capital A. So 3 on capital A, see here, 6, state number 6. Okay. We will put here state number 6. Okay. Now see, on state number 6, we have read this B. Say properly on 6, we have read this small b. So state number 6, small b, R2. R2 means same thing. AA is reduced to A. So like this. Now we will pop 4 symbols from the stack and push LHS, that means capital A. Now 0 on capital A, go to state number 0 on capital A, go to state number 2. We will go to state number 2, 2 on small b. Now see, 2 on small b. So B will be pushed onto the stack and 4 will be pushed onto the stack. Okay, and look ahead, will move 1 symbol to the right like this. Okay, see here, na B on 2 on small b is S4 only. So b is pushed into the stack, 4 is pushed into the stack. 4 means R3. R3 means what? B is reduced to A. So I will pop, okay, so this B will be reduced to A. I will pop 2 symbols from the stack and push LHS. That means what? Capital A is pushed onto the stack. Now 2 on capital A. Now see here, 2 on capital A. 2 on capital A is state number 5. So we will move to state number 5. Now see the beautiful answer. Okay, so yeah, so 5 on B, 5 on B. So 5 on B, we have got the error. Okay. There is no reduction. So this is this cell is blank now. So we will say 5 on B is error message. Okay, so this string does not belong to the grammar, language generated by the grammar. Okay, this string does not belong to language generated by the grammar. You can check it out. Double A triple B will not be generated from this grammar. You can check it out yourself. Okay, so this was for SLR1. Okay, so that's why we are saying now we are not applying reduce move blindly. See, on state number 5 also we have a reduce move. So in case of LR0 we have reduced move here. Okay, in both the cells we were having R1. So what will what LR0 will do? So 5, so it will do blindly. Okay, so now what, see here, that is the basic difference between SLR1 and LR0. On state number 5 we are reading this B. So no doubt we have scanned the handle. Handle is double A. Double is our handle. We can reduce it to capital S also, but we are not reducing it blindly. We will say we after handle is scanned, we have to read one symbol. So double A is read, but still we are scanning this small b, and then we are deciding. Okay, but in case of LR0, we have got this double A. We will blindly reduce it to LHS. That means capital S. Okay, no doubt LR0 will also show us error, but it will take few more steps. Okay, so what it will do? So see, in case of LR0, this was our table, na? So R1. So we have applied R1. So what we will do? R1 means what? Double A is reduced to S. So in case of SLR1, error is shown. Now double A is reduced to S. We are doing now LR0. Okay, everything is same till now, but now double is reduced just blindly. So 4 symbols will be popped off and S will be pushed onto the stack. Now I will say 0 on capital S. 0 on capital S. See here, 0 on capital S. Go to state number 1. We are at state number 1. And now I will say 1 on small b. We are not at dollar. We are at this b only because we have not done shift move. So 1 on b. Now I will say 1 on B, it is error. Okay, so just one step before SLR1 has finished and give us error message. That is the beauty of SLR1. Okay, so SLR1 is saying do not blindly reduce RHS to LHS. So we will read one symbol. Okay, and more technically I will say this small b must be in fall of capital S. Only then we will reduce double A to S. Otherwise we will not reduce. Anyway, if you are able to follow this point, then it's okay. Otherwise, don't worry about it. It is a basic course, and we are not going into detail of all these parses and so on. Okay, that's it. So that's all. So this is about what exactly SLR1 means. Okay, SLR1 means. So one is after scanning handle, we are not reducing it immediately. We will read one symbol and then decide. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now I'm jumping to next slide. Now the next question is every grammar LR0? That is again a very important and very beautiful question. Is every grammar LR0? Okay, so let me show you one thing. Actually, no, it is not the case. Every grammar is not LR0. Why? Why? For example, if I say we have got this kind of, say, if we have got A goes to A dot, B goes to A dot. In a state, we have got 2 final items. Till now we have not got it. Don't worry, I will show you. So in a state we have got 2 final items. Okay, so let us suppose the state is 3. So what I will say, in state number 3, in a column, okay, what we will do, okay, or rather in entire action part. Okay, let me do it properly. In entire action part, let us suppose it is A, B, dollar. I am supposing it. Okay, now in state number 3, okay, in state number 3, in entire action part, we will be applying reduce move. So let us suppose this is production in our grammar. There will be a very big grammar. In that grammar, we have A implies A, say I'm labeling it as 1, and B implies A, we are labeling it as 2. So we have to apply reduce move. Na? So R1, R1, R1 because of this, and because of this, we have to apply R2, R2 also. R2, R2, R2. Are you following it? So now parser will get confused. Parser will get confused whether I have to take R1 or R2. So this is known as reduce conflict. Reduce conflict. So when reduce conflict will come, when in a cell we have two or more reduce move, then we will have a reduce conflict. Okay, and that will obviously create problem for us because parser will get confused. If such kind of situation arrives, then we will say parser is not it is not LR0 parser, or you can say, sorry, then the grammar is not LR0. Okay, we will say that grammar is not LR0. So when can I say grammar is LR0? When we are able to construct LR0 parser for it. That is obvious. Okay. So a context-free grammar is LR0 when we are able to construct LR0 parser for it. Please note it down. I'm not going to repeat it again and again. I'm not going to write it just to save the time. So grammar is LR0 when we are able to construct LR0 parser for it. Now what I'm saying is, since while making DFA, you have to imagine all these things. Don't worry, I will show you example. You will get more clarity. Okay, so in state number 3, we are having like this. So in state number 3, in 3 row AB dollar, this is our action part. So we have to apply this. So parser will get confused whether R1 or R2. We have to use this. So this is known as reduce conflict. Let me show you another conflict. Okay, let me show you another conflict. So sometimes there may be a case like this. A goes to A dot and B goes to A dot B, like this. This is a final item. Now from this state number 3, we have to read this B. Okay, and then we will go to say state number 4, and so on. We will be having something like this. Now see carefully what I will say. In state number 3 only, in action part, okay, in entire action part, let us suppose it is A B dollar. So in entire action part we have applied, because this is a final item now. So this is a reduce move. So let us suppose this is production number 1. So I will say R1, R1, R1. Now see here, 3 on small b. So in state number 3, in B column, I have to say go to state number 4, or you can say S4 I have to write. So I have to write here S4. So now parser will get confused on state number 3 on reading B, whether it has to apply a reduce move or it has to do shift move. So it is known as shift reduce conflict. Okay. This is known as shift reduce conflict. Okay. So both are problem for us. So we can have two kinds of conflict: reduce conflict and shift reduce conflict in LR0 parser. Are you following it? Please pause the video, note it down carefully, and I will jump to the next slide now. Don't worry about it. If you are not able to follow it, I will show you many examples, then you will get more clarity over it. Okay. Is every grammar SLR1? Now my question is this: is every grammar SLR1? Okay, so see, same is the case here also. No, every grammar is not SLR1. So see, same case. Okay, if we are having A implies B dot, B implies B dot. Okay, or let me call it A implies A, B implies. Okay, let me write it here. Same thing only, because that will be more consistent. Okay, so in LR0, I will say but blindly that this is production 1, production 2. In entire action part, we have applied the reduce move. Na? But in case of SLR1, we are not applying reduce move in entire action part. We are applying reduce move in all of LHS. So now I will say, if such kind of situation arrive, then you will not blindly say that it is not LR0, because we have two final items. So I will say C, check fall of A and fall of B. If their intersection is not equal to 5, then that will be obviously problematic for it. Then it will not be SLR1. Okay, not equal to 5, then It is not SLR1. The grammar is not SLR1. Okay. So fall of A intersection fall of B, that must not be equal to 5. Okay, because that means what? Something is common. Something is common means what? So for example, see here, I say this is state number 4. So I will say in state number 4. So this, let us suppose this is our production number 1 and this is production number 2. So R1 will be applied where? Fall of capital A. So let us suppose in action part we have A, B, C, D and dollar. So fall of capital A is AB. So I will say I will apply R1 here and R1 here. No problem. Now this is R2. So where it will be applied? Follow of capital B. So follow of capital B is, let us suppose C and D. Of course, I am assuming it. I am not giving you the complete example, or I have not given the complete grammar. I am just assuming that. Okay. So don't worry. I will show you examples in subsequent slides. Okay. So let us suppose follow of B, C, D. So here I will apply R2 and here I will apply R2. So there is no chance of or no question of conflict. No problem at all. But let us suppose fall of A is AB and fall of B is BC. Okay, I am saying follow of A is AB and follow of B is BC. B is common now. So here I will have to write R1 slash R2. Okay, and D is nowhere, so I will remove it. Okay. So in case of B, I have to write R1 or R2. Again, reduce conflict will arise. So in LR0, as soon as you got 2 or more final item in any state, you will directly say it is not LR0 or the grammar is not LR0. So while making DFA, you have to think all these things. While making DFA, whenever you got 2 or more final item in any state, blindly you will say it is not LR0. Or here we have one final item and we have a shift move, then you will immediately say we have got SR conflict. There is so it is not LR0. Okay, and let me show you one more thing here. I have forgot to tell you. Okay, but let me say, okay, so let us suppose we have this. B goes to A dot capital B. Okay, and A goes to A dot. In case of LR0, will it create any problem? So I will say here, or capital B. So this is state number 3 and we will go to state number 4. So now is this SR conflict? No, it is not SR conflict because this is capital B. Na? So capital B means what we have to go to, we have to see go to part. We are not concerned with action part. Okay, are you following it? See here. So 0 on capital A. So we are going to go to state 2. Na? So in go to part, we have to write for capital, for non-terminals, we have to go to part. But in case of terminal, we have to go to action part. So please do not say that, sir, this is also a SR conflict. No, it is not SR conflict. Okay, because in 3, see here, in 3 row, okay, and this will be our action part, this will be our go to part. In go to part, I have to write now 4. Okay, and in action part, in case of in action part, in entire action part, say this is production number 1. So I will apply R1, 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 and so on. So there is no conflict at all. Please try to remember it. Okay. Yes. Now I hope I have made the point clear. So in case of LR0, while making DFA, if you get 2 or more final items, blindly you will say grammar is not LR0. And if you have got like this, final item and a shift move, blindly you will say it is not LR0. And what about my SLR1? If the same situation arrive here, okay, so let me write it. If the situation is, let me use a different color. If the situation is, what was that? B implies A dot B and A implies A dot. Yes, this is my situation. So obviously, this is state number 3 and we are going to state number 4. This is a final item. So let us suppose production number 1. This is production number 1. So and do I need to write it in entire action part? No. We have to apply in fall of capital A only. This reduce move will be applied in fall of capital A only. Now I will obviously say, okay, so follow of A must not contain B. Must not contain B. Because if follow of A contain B, then obviously that will create problem for us. I hope I have made the point clear to everybody. Follow of A must not contain B. Are you following it? Okay, or if you have any doubt, then I will say state number 3. In action part, we will say A, B, dollar. Okay, and let us suppose follow of A is say small a only, or let us suppose small a and dollar. So where I will apply this reduce move in here and here. I will not apply a reduce move in small b because it is not in follow. Now on small b, 3 on small b, we are going to state number 4. So here I will apply S4 shift move. So no problem at all. So that's why I'm saying fall of capital A must not contain B, because if fall of capital A contain B, this B, then obviously I have to apply reduce move here. So we will be having shift reduce conflict. Okay. I hope I have made the point clear to everybody. So in LR0 also and SLR1 also, both will be having two types of conflicts, RR conflict and SR conflict. Okay. Yes, please try to follow it, and I will jump to the next slide now. Are you able to follow now? Okay, so if fall of A contain B, then it will become SR conflict. Let me write it properly. Fall of A contains B, then it will be SR conflict or SLR1 pass. Okay, yes. Please try to follow it, and I'm jumping to next slide now. So now I will show you a few questions. Okay, now these questions will give you crystal clarity about all these things which we have studied till now. So S goes to small a and capital A. So see here. So I will directly make see, first step was augmented production. So I will write okay, let me do it because we have done only few questions till now. So I will write S dash goes to S, and then after augmented production we will write the grammar as it is. Okay, this was our step number 1, that is augmented production. And now you have got the idea that why we are writing augmented production, because it is used to accept the string. Okay, yes. So I hope I have made the point clear now. S dash implies S now. This is used to accept the string now, because whenever see the DFA, S dash implies S dot. State number 1 on dollar, we used to accept it now. Okay, see here, 1 on dollar accept. So one state was this only. Okay, so I hope I have made the point clear. Yes. So augmented production done. Then step number 2 is make the DFA. Step number 2 is DFA. So let me make the DFA properly. So what I will say, S dash implies dot S. Now since dot is present in beginning of S, add all the A productions. Sorry, add all the S productions with dot in the beginning. So add all the S productions with dot in the beginning. And now I will apply, see, since dot is present in beginning of A, I will apply all A productions also. So capital A goes to A with dot in the beginning. Are you getting it? See, dot is present in beginning of S, so I will apply all the S productions with dot in the beginning. Now dot is present in beginning of A, so I will apply all the A productions with dot in the beginning. So I have done this thing. Now immediately my mind will say me very beautiful thing, that is, see here, dot A, dot A. So forget about everything. You just here read this small a, where you will go S implies A dot, A goes to A dot. We have got two final items in a state, and immediately I will say that this grammar is not LR0. I will immediately say blindly it is not LR0, because we have got two final items, and I have given you reason. If you are not able to follow, please rewind the video and watch it again. See here, I have given you entire reason and so on. Okay, so I'm not going to repeat it again and again. Okay, so no doubt we have to read this capital S also, we have to read this capital A also, but I am not using them because immediately I have got an answer that dot A and dot A. So immediately I will read this small a and we will go here, and I will immediately say it is not LR0. Now what about my SLR1? I have to see fall of capital S and fall of capital A. If something is common between them, then obviously I will say it is not SLR1 also. So try to follow. See, I will immediately say fall of A is fall of S. So So obviously there will be common part, that is dollar, that will be common. You can check it out yourself. So it is not SLR1 also. And if you see carefully, this grammar is ambiguous. And I have already told you, no parser can parse ambiguous grammar except one parser, that is operator precedence parser. But operator precedence parser can parse few but not all ambiguous grammar. So which ambiguous grammar it can parse? Only operator grammar. What are operator grammar? You have to see my previous lectures. I'm not going to repeat it again and again. Okay, so that's it. So this is not LR0 and this is not SLR1. So I hope I have made the point clear. And here what we are having RR conflict. That means reduce conflict we are having, because two final item in one stage. Okay, let me jump to the next slide now. This is another example that is also very beautiful. Let me show you. So I will say, okay, so please, now I'm not going to waste the time. I'm directly adding, this is our augmented production. So I'm directly making the DFA. Okay. So E dash implies dot E, dot is present in beginning of E. So I will add all the E productions with dot in the beginning. That means dot T plus E, and E implies dot T. Now dot is present in beginning of T. So I will add all the T productions. So T implies dot I. Okay. Yeah. So this was, I think, E now. Yeah, so the state is now over, state number 0. Now what can I do now? Okay, so now my mind will immediately say dot T plus E and dot T. So please try to read capital T. You may get confusion here. So let me do it. So I will read this capital T. No doubt I have to read this capital E also and small I also, but I am focusing here because that will create problem for us. I have got the imagination. Okay, so please try to follow it. Okay, or if you are having any confusion, then do it yourself. On E, you will be saying that E dash implies E dot, and on I, you will be saying T implies I. Just for the sake of completion, I have done this. Now on capital T. Now what we will say? I will say E implies T dot plus E, and E implies T dot. Now there is a problem. This is a final item, and I have to read plus. Plus is a terminal symbol. So immediately I will say SR conflict. So it is not LR0 parser. This grammar is not LR0. That means what? We are not able to construct LR0 parser for this grammar. Why? Because we have SR conflict. Why there is SR conflict? See here, final item, and we have to read plus here. We have told you. Please, if you are not able to follow, rewind the video and watch it again. See here, the situation have been arrived here. Okay. Now what about my SLR1? So where I have to apply it? Follow of capital E. We have to apply it, and we have to see, or we have to make ensure that follow of E must not contain plus. If follow of E does not contain plus, then for SLR1 there is no problem at all. So see here, follow of E, try to find. E is in right hand side here only, nowhere else. So follow of E is follow of E only. So we are not going to add anything extra. So it will be dollar only. Follow of E is dollar only. So, and obviously follow of E is not containing plus. So it may be SLR1. So I have to check it out. So I have to make the DFA further also. Okay, yes. So on reading plus, E implies T plus dot E. Since dot is present in beginning of E, so I will apply all the E productions. E implies dot T plus E. Okay, with dot in the beginning. So I will apply dot is present in beginning of E, so I will add all the E productions to dot in the beginning. So E implies dot T. Since dot is present in beginning of T, so I will apply all the T productions also. We have got it. So on reading I will directly move here. Okay. On reading capital E, where I will go? On reading capital E, I will go to E implies T plus E dot. This is your final item. On reading capital T, try to imagine where we will go. We will go here only. On reading capital T, we will go here. That's it. So I hope everything is over. So there is no other kind of conflict, no two or more final item in any state, and there was one final item and shift move. So I have handled that also. So there should be no problem here. So this grammar is SLR1. This grammar is SLR1. So now I think you have got the idea I have repeated many times that SLR1 parser is more powerful than LR0, and this is the proof. That means we have got one grammar which is not LR0, but it is SLR1. Hence, SLR1 parser is more powerful than LR0. Of course, it is not a proper proof, and I am not going to prove it here because it is a basic course. I have just given you the idea. Okay. So please pause the video, note it down, and I will jump to the next slide now. Yes, I hope you have noted down. So next is this. So we have null move here. Till now we have not handled the null move. So let me handle it here itself. Okay. So what we will do. So I will say here. So again, I will directly make. Okay. So S dash implies dot S, that is augmented production. So dot is present in beginning of S. So I will add all the S productions to dot in the beginning. So dot A B, and S goes to dot B A. Now dot is present in beginning of A, so I will add all the A production. So A implies null. Null means what? Nothing. So I will directly write dot. That's it. So you no need to do anything. And of course, it will be treated as final item because nothing is present after dot. After dot, nothing is present. So that's why we will call it as final item. Similarly, dot is present in beginning of B, so I will add all the B productions with dot in the beginning. So B implies null. Null means what? Nothing. Nothing is there. So I will write like this only. And both of these are final item. Please try to follow it. Both of these are final item. So in state number 0 itself, we have got two final items. So obviously that will create problem for us. So blindly, I will say that it is not LR0. It is not LR0 because we have got two final item in one state. And why it is not LR0? Because of RR conflict. We have got RR conflict in state number 0 itself. Now, what about my SLR1? For SLR1, I will say, see the follow of this capital N, capital B. If something is matching between follow of capital N, follow of capital B, then it will not be SLR1. Now, see here, follow of capital A will be small a, small b, and here also small a, small b. Matching, so it is not SLR1 also. If you have any doubt, then try to find fall of capital and fall of capital B. You will get the answer. I have done it here itself. Okay. Please try to follow it. Okay. So that's all for today's class. So we have done, we have now completed LR0 and SLR1 parser in pretty much detail. In the next class, we will study CLR1 and LALR1 parsers. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.